Morning everyone, let's start again. Welcome along to this week's episode of BNI Chester. A warm welcome to you all, to our subs, to our guests, and we'll go through those we'll go through those now. We have a few people subbing this morning. Actually, no, let me explain first of all. You may have seen Gail running around and then wondering why I'm here and not Gail. Sorry about that. She's had a bit of an emergency at home, so she's had to shoot off and deal with that, and some things are obviously much more important. So I am stepping in. I will do my best to make this run smoothly. It's been a little while since I've ran the meeting, but I'm sure we can get through it. But yeah, a warm welcome to our guests and our subs. We have several people subbing today, so let's kick off with our subs. Where's a pet? You are subbing for Zoe this morning.
I am indeed, yeah.
Would you like our cards, our members'
I've
cards?
got a set, thanks.
You're good. You've got everybody. Julia, where's Julia hiding? You're over here. Would you like our members' cards?
Thank you.
Good. Welcome again. Harry from Chester Bridge. You're subbing for Gabe, I believe, this morning. There's all our members' cards. Tom, welcome back. I believe you're stepping in for Gail. We're going to do her 60 seconds for this morning.
Thank you.
Our members' cards as well. And Nick, welcome back again. You're subbing for Dave Tilson this morning. Yeah. So there's our members' cards, and I think that is them. To our visitors this morning, welcome along to BNI Chester. We have, if I get everybody right here, Andrew Wright. Where's Andrew? From Key Engineering. Cool. So a copy of all our members' details. Mark from Oven Envy, welcome.
Thank you very much.
And you are both visitors of Darren. And then we have Marion. Good morning. There's a copy of all our members' cards from Choice Workwear. Who invited you along this morning, Marion? It's Darren again. He's good at this inviting game. And then finally, shall I get your name right? Andrea, isn't it? From V4B Finance. Thank you very much. Copy of our members' cards there.
You haven't asked Andrea who invited her.
Who invited you, Andrea?
Darren.
Oh!
This is Darren's show.
There we are. A warm welcome. Hope you enjoy the meeting. We are a friendly bunch. You're going to see what we do here, because we're not just another networking group where you turn up, have a chat, hand out a load of business cards, and then walk away. We meet every week. The whole idea of getting to know each other, to build relationships so we can make referrals to each other and introduce each other to business. And that only works if you know, like, and trust the person you are referring. Hence, we get up every week, we come and we build relationships and we get to know each other. So we can, with confidence, introduce each other into our networks. So every week, a lot goes on behind the scenes to make sure this meeting happens. My name's Kieran. I'm stepping in for Gail today as president. My job today, and Gail's job normally, is to facilitate the meeting, follow the BNI agenda, and make sure we finish on time for breakfast. Darren,
Yes.
your role is...
My role is most BNI chapters, as you know, have a chapter president, a secretary treasurer, and a vice president, where they all have split roles. In this chapter, we don't do that because we like to do things a little bit differently. So myself, Gail, and Zoe have a triumvirate, for those of you who are into your Greek history or Roman history, where we are all taking things equally. So we're kind of doing the whole lot together.
Can you just share what you and Zoe do?
What we do? Well, we track the performance of the chapter to make sure that we are all giving what we need to be giving, so that you are all getting the business that you need to get, because it is about you, the members, and we look after all of the chapter finances, and we deal with any sort of marketing materials to make sure we promote the chapter to get lots of people in the room, so that you can basically get more business, which is what you want.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Darren. So alongside the leadership team, which, as Darren mentioned, is Zoe, himself and Gail, we have a committee which consists of myself, I should know who's on this one, Richard, Emma and Ray, and along with the leadership team we meet once a month to, like say, work on the chapter's goals, make sure we're moving in the right direction and ensure members are getting what they want out of BNI. We also have a visitor hosting team which you'll have met this morning when you signed in, headed up by Ray and Stephen, who've been welcoming you as you came in today, and then we have what do we call it, an events and social team to organise all the training and everything behind the scenes. So a lot of work goes in, and thank you to everything that everybody does behind the scenes each week. I'm going to hand over to Darren now quickly
Yes.
to introduce.
At BNI, we have a number of core values which helps us do what we do and make sure that we help you grow your business. And one of those core values we have is called accountability. Making sure that you do what you say you're going to do, when you say you're going to do it, in the way that you say you're going to perform it. So as ever, I like to delegate, so I'm going to come to a random member now to ask them what accountability means in BNI. But I'm going to do things a little bit differently. I'm not even going to ask a member of this group. Pet. What does accountability mean to you within BNI?
Accountability. Oh God, my mind's gone blank. Thank you for asking me, Darren. For me, it's being part of a group and people being assured of my abilities and being able to recommend me. And it's being able to educate my fellow members and other BNI members to entrust my abilities to recommend me out to their networking groups.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pat. And I put you on the spot there. I didn't let her know I was going to do that because that's the way I operate. But it is an important point. Pat is from another BNI group called BNI Roman. They meet on a Wednesday in Chester University, in Chester City Centre. There are other BNI groups in the area, so there's plenty of chapters that do what we do. But the important thing is, as Pat said, is that it's about educating and training your fellow members in how to find referrals for you. It's not about coming along each week, passing out business cards and looking to find introductions in the room. It's not about me trying to get you to hire Engage Web to do a website. It's not about Shoran trying to get you all to sign up to Utility Warehouse with him. It's about us teaching you how to find introductions for us outside this room. Because there's only 24 members, I think, in this room. And once you've sold to 24 members, that's not really going to build your business, is it, Shoran? No. It's about the thousands and thousands of contacts that are outside this room, that are all of our clients, all of our contacts. That's the power of BNI. That's why we get up and come here every week. And that's why it's different to many other networking groups that you may have been to, where you're just handing out business cards like that, coming away with a huge stack of cards, you never know who anyone is, and you never make any contacts and you never get any business from it. We are different in the way things we do here. And one of the many ways we also help you with your business is with training. We teach you how to get better at networking. We teach you how to ask for referrals, how to do a 60 seconds, how to do a 10-minute presentation, how to grow your business. And on that's a perfect segue, as if I planned it, into Kieran, who'll be delivering this morning's education slot, which we do on a weekly basis. And today, Kieran, I believe you're talking about how to give referrals.
I am.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Darren.
Look at that.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction. Yes, so for the next few minutes, I'm going to talk about, well, let me open with a question. Who would like to give more referrals to the room? Who would like to be thanked for more business? Who would like to be responsible for helping change someone's business and give them the introductions that your fellow members really, really want? Awesome. Right. We're in the right room. Everyone's got their hands up. So there are 3 types of referrals in BNI. And for our new members, I know it can sometimes be a little bit daunting. You know, you've got to come along and give referrals to help your fellow members. And you can sometimes think, oh, how do I do that? It can be a little bit overwhelming. So the first type of referral I want to talk about is or type of giver is a reactor. Okay? That's when a referral is pretty much handed to you. You may be out and about with a friend, a colleague, a client, a co-worker, and they may be complaining, moaning, oh, I've got boiler issues at home and it keeps cutting out, and they're just having an event. I don't suppose you know a good boiler engineer. Yes, I do, in fact. We have a boiler engineer in the chapter. Okay? It might be, oh, my energy bills have gone through the roof, it's killing us, it's costing us an absolute fortune. Who are you with? Oh, I'm with Utility Warehouse. And it could stop there. And you haven't even got a referral yet because you just listened and gone, oh, you've answered their question. But this person's asking you for a referral. So if you follow up with that with, let me introduce you to Shoran, he takes care of all our bills, he's saved us a fortune. Let me introduce you to Stephen, he looks after our boiler, does a great job. Let me get him to give you a call. You've turned a normal conversation into a referral. But that referral only came about because that other person started the conversation. Yes, you're reacting to the conversation as it happens. And it's very easy just to let that pass and let a referral go. The second type is a promoter. So you might be on site, where's Mr. Bundy, chasing away walls, laying cables at the start of someone's home extension, for example. And it could be easy. You go in, you do your job, you do a great job, you leave, the customer's happy. Or you could start thinking about who else in the chat that you could introduce. Who's putting this back together for you? Who's doing your decoration? Have you thought about your flooring yet? I've got a great flooring guy in our chapter. Let me give you Dave's number. I'll get him to give you a call. And you can promote other people while you're doing your job. And it'd be quite easy conversation to have. Yeah? So rather than just leaving a job with a happy client, think about who else in the room you can bring into the conversation and generate a referral for. The third type is the creator. Now this one takes a bit more work. If you get good at being a promoter, you can come regularly with referrals and pass a lot of work and get thanked for a lot of business. The creator is those introductions that can change someone's business going forwards. So we have quite a few people in this room that ask for facilities managers. Who would like an introduction to facilities manager? Yeah. Has anybody ever had a facilities manager come along and go, I don't suppose you know Dave Bundy, do you? No. Hasn't happened. But if you know facilities managers and you're willing to pick up the phone or drop a message or drop them an email and make an introduction and start the conversation, one introduction could change someone's business to the right person. Hi, Mr. Facilities Manager. I know we haven't spoken for a little while, but you came up in conversation the other day. A great friend of mine, a great contact, is looking for an introduction to facilities managers. They do a lot of electrical and solar work. He'd love a few minutes of your time for a quick conversation. Is it okay if I make that introduction? Not hard to do. Easy, polite call, email, conversation, but it takes that little bit of effort. But all you're doing here is you're linking up members in the room with those ongoing referral partners that will bring them repeat business. And if you can do a lot of that and get good at that, that's what generates a lot of business for people. So just a few things to think about. Can you promote people more? And can you find a few minutes each week to make those connections and create referrals and introductions for people? Thank you. No idea how that one was. Right. Ta-da. Me again, back into Gail's role. So one of our core values of BNI is recognition. We like to, recognise. Yeah, we'll stick with the word recognition. People who contribute a lot to the chapter, who go out the way to help fellow members. Each month, the committee and the leadership team choose a notable networker, someone they think's contributed a lot, help fellow members. Our member of the month for last month was Sharon. So a little round of applause for Sharon again. And as part of that, Sharon gets to highlight 3 categories that he would really like in this room, either as members or as visitors, to help him grow his business. Those categories are, if I'm right, Sharon, a mortgage broker, heating engineer, an oven and carpet cleaner. Yeah. So there's 3 people that are in the room today, I believe. But also have a think who's in your network that you could create an introduction for Sharon. But once again, well done to Sharon for being our notable networker this month. And then I'm just winging this a little bit. Have we got any new members? We haven't, have we?
We haven't, no, but we have had 2 applications last week.
We have.
Tom's has already been processed, and Tom has been approved already because Tom was done before. And yes, your application is still going through. I believe you've got a meeting scheduled with, I think it's Richard. Is it tomorrow? Tomorrow, yeah. Tomorrow, fantastic. So Tom, you should be welcomed as a new member next week, and hopefully you'll be joining us as well. Fantastic, thank you.
Beautiful, thank you very much, Darren. Okay, so we come on now to our 60-second section of the meeting, or weekly presentations. This is where everybody in the room gets 60 seconds to share with us who you are, what you're up to, but more importantly, who would you like an introduction to? How can we help you? Who can we refer you to help you grow your business? Okay. Sean, I believe you won the 60-second cup last week.
I did.
So the best 60 seconds, as judged by somebody. Which means you get to judge this week. And you also get 90 seconds to kick us off. So what we'll do is we'll go around our members first. When I come to the sub for that member, if you could do that member's 60 seconds, and I'll come back to you to do your own afterwards. And then we'll come on to our visitors. So you'll get 60 seconds to share with us who you are. It's your business. You know what you're talking about. How can we help you? That's all you've got. That's all you've got to share with us. So I will hand over to you, Sean. You're on the bell as well and timer. Lots of work to do for the next few minutes.
I should explain last week why I said I didn't want to win this.
Are you starting the timer?
This is part of your
No. My dad won the World Championship once. And he came back with a big cup. My mum made him put it under the stairs. So they've always been banned in our house. Right.
Banned in Everton's house as well.
On trend. That big rip in my pants. When I was a kid, mum would have stitched it up, put a patch on it. It had been cut down to a pair of shorts. Now, and I sort of said to the kids, big hole in the pants, oh, that's on trend now. I looked at other things on trend, and we've been using AI to do some of the presentation stuff for the architectural practice now. It's quite interesting. You can put things together very quickly, various forms. But I actually thought, well, we'll just see what AI says about architects. In a world shaped by innovation and aesthetic appreciation, architects stand as the guardians of transformation. You've never met a guardian of transformation before? I was amazed. They're the craftsmen of dreams, the sculptors of spaces, and the creators of enduring value for property owners. Just shows sometimes on trend can be full of crap. No. So, if you fancy working with a guardian of change, give us a call and we'll see whether we can make your life appreciably better.
Thank you very much. Next up, Brian, please.
Morning everybody, Rowton Hall Hotel Kitchens, Wrexham. This week I'm just going to explain how unique we are as a company. I'm in the process of designing a kitchen for Priya and her husband. We're partway through the design and going through each individual cupboard, what's in behind it. And she says, I really need a cupboard for rice. I think a small bag of rice, no problem, just put in a small cupboard there. No, she says, no, I want rice. She goes, I have a big sack of rice. Okay, right, where are we going to build this? So I built the 600 unit, built another unit on top, I put 3 pull-out drawers on the top that come out to you so you can put all the spices and bits and pieces in. And then went on holiday and I'm dreading coming back now, thinking, what it's actually going to look like. Went on site first day back, wow, what a cupboard. All I say, she's got a big rice sack at the bottom, it's full of spices and bits and pieces and she absolutely loves it. So when you're thinking of a problem with a kitchen, we have a solution. We can bespoke any kitchen cupboard to any use that you want in the house. So your next kitchen needs to be a Kütchenhaus kitchen. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Brian. Darren, next, please.
Hi, I'm Darren from Engage Web, and we help you grow your business via the internet. I have something very specific today. Anybody read this book, Key Person of Influence?
Yeah.
Yep. This is written by a guy called Daniel Priestley. He is a marketing guru, author, podcaster, and founder of Score app. If anyone's used Score app online, it's a survey system for you to get information on your clients and customers. And I would like an introduction to Daniel Priestley, because I would like to have Daniel Priestley on my podcast. I perhaps should have done this last year, because since then Daniel Priestley has been on Stephen Bartlett's Diary of a CEO podcast. So maybe I'm aiming a little bit high, but I don't care, because I would like to get this fellow on my podcast. I've had one of the investors in Score app on my podcast as a guest, so I've had somebody personally connected to him, but I would like as many people to pester Daniel Priestley as possible to get him on my Engaging Marketeer podcast. Thank you.
Brilliant. Nick, please, a sub for Dave Tilson, 60 seconds.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm Nick, sub for Dave Tilson from Tower Form Carpets. Dave's looking for people with property portfolios such as HMOs, estate agents, landlords, and insurance companies. Dave carries out work on domestic and commercial properties to high standards. Dave also runs a carpet shop in Saltney as part of his business. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Mr. Bundy, please.
Good morning, everyone. David Bundy, best electrical contractors. It's absolutely roofing it down out there. However, solar panels will still be generating even though the sun's not shining. And at this time of the year, the sun starts popping up at 5 o'clock in the morning and it's still out there at 8 o'clock at night. So we're looking for people, residential and commercial, who would like to have some solar on the roofs. And a good referral for us, actually, is someone that's already got solar. Just ask them, when you're out during the day, what's happening to the solar energy that you're generating? Because we can install battery storage that will use up, which will store that excess energy so they can use it when they come home in the evening. That's David Bundy, Best Electrical Contractor.
Thank you, Dave. Emma, please.
Morning, Emma Latham, Travel. So this time next week I will be in Majorca and I'm ready to go. I am knackered, to put it bluntly. So today I was looking forward to coming, even though I feel knackered, and my life choices on Tuesday night, which involved drinking heavily, were not probably the best. But anyway, so holidays, I don't just do normal holidays, I do sporting holidays, so I was excited that God, I've got your name now. Tell me your name. Harry. I was going to call you Jack. You asked me if I was going to call you Jack. It's all right, Harry. Harry was here because I've got to organise a golf day. I know shite all about golf. Harry is going to teach me golf. So we've already sorted it, haven't we?
Sorted, yeah.
Sorted. We're having lessons. We're going to do golf days. So, which will be good for me because I did used to organise golf holidays and tea times and all that, but I've forgotten it because it was a long time ago and I've had a drink since. So next week I will not be here because I'll be trying to unknacker myself and not be able
I'm just muffling it because of your hangover.
Thanks. So, holidays.
Thank you. Harry, seamlessly over to you. If you could do Gabriel's 60 seconds.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Harry, and today I'm subbing for Gabriel Evans, who believes in the transformative power of storytelling. In today's world, your brand is not just what you sell, but the stories you tell. Use film to help you craft compelling narratives that connect with your audience on an emotional level, drive engagement on social media, and build lasting brand loyalty. With lightning pictures, your story becomes a lightning strike, powerful, memorable, and impactful. Illuminate your brand's journey and leave a lasting impression that resonates. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
That's like what you get in BNI, isn't it? Like my 60 seconds wasn't as polished as that, was it?
No, I don't think you're going to win.
Hey?
You're not winning this cup.
Say it again.
You're not winning anything today.
Oh, you might be now. You said you're not winning.
Move Gabby, please.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Gabby from Ladelph Estates. We deal with everything property related, so sales, lettings, property management, with a particular expertise with HMOs, houses of multiple occupation. So this week we're actually looking for more landlords to come onto our books. In particular, I'm looking for a warmed up referral, please, if anybody knows him, to James Palmieri. So that's James Palmieri. And any other HMO landlords that you may know might want to save some money and streamline their processes, come and give me a shout. Thank you.
Thank you, Gabby. Tom, could you do Gail's 60 seconds for her, please?
Hi everyone, I'm Gail. In 2003, the failing British cycling team hired a performance specialist who turned their fortunes and they started winning. In fact, they won 178 World Championships. The specialist improved every tiny aspect that impacted their performance, from pillows to rubbing alcohol on tyres with better grip. Gail does that for business. Gail would like to speak with business owners who would like a minimum of 37% improvement in their business in the next 12 months. She has the track record of delivering exponential growth by connecting people, performance and profit. Gail would like warmed-up introductions to insurance brokers with a team of people. She's just delivered 48% performance improvement for a broker who's over the moon, and she's taken away the stress of running a brokerage. Gail transforms businesses from the inside out.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Julia, could you do Jarek's 60 seconds, please?
I can. Well, today I'm super excited to talk to you about Insightful IT, your trusted IT support partner. Our team of experts is dedicated to optimising your Azure environment for peak performance and scalability. From initial setup to ongoing management, we provide comprehensive support every step of the way. However, we also offer top-of-the-line remote support services. In today's connected world, there is no room for downtime. Last but not least, we also offer remote device management. In today's mobile workforce, managing devices in many different locations can be an overwhelming task. That's why Insightful IT is much more than an IT support provider. We are your strategic partner on your path to success. So thank you for the time, and we look forward to the opportunity to partner with you and take your business to new heights with Insightful IT. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Julia. John?
Good morning, everyone. I'm John from Crossways Recruitment. This week I'm looking for an introduction, please, to Kate Dawson or anyone involved in the commercial management team at Chester Race Company Limited, please. They're looking for a sales executive and we'd like to help. So picture this, you post a job advert and suddenly a whopping 118 applicants storm into your inbox. It's like a job-seeking flash mob. Great, loads of people for your vacancy, but here's the twist. Only 20% of those applicants will actually get a job invited for an interview with you. You've got to go through those adverts in your time, at your cost, when you could be focusing on what makes your business money. You then have to interview 23, 24 of those candidates in your time, at your cost. Not all of them will be suitable. You've then got a second stage interview, etc, etc. You can see how it all adds up. So at Crossways, we're not just about numbers, we're about finding the perfect fit for both the candidates and the clients and taking the initial recruitment process pains away from you. We solve your staffing puzzle. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, John. I'll go next. My name's Kieran from Kieran Property. We work with private individuals to help them put their finances to work or spare capital to work through the projects we do. Big news this week is inflation's down to what, 2 point something or other percent, 7% or something. Woohoo! We won't get into how they actually calculate inflation and what's included in their metrics, but regardless of whether inflation's coming down or not, people with capital sat in the bank need to put that to work, either to hedge against inflation and stop the money losing value, or now that inflation's coming down, hopefully get their money earnings and growing. So I'm looking for introductions, please, to higher net worth individuals, people who've maybe sold a business or have been high salary earners for a period of time, or maybe later in life and they're inheriting from older parents and they don't really need that capital for their lifestyle. They'd be a great introduction to me, but they know they want to put it to work so they can pass it on to their next generation. They'd be great introductions for me. That's Kieran from Kieran Property. Lucy, please.
Good morning, everyone. It's Lucy from Dreamspace Staging, here to help you get properties sold. And today I want to talk to you about colour. Do you often think, I love that room? I hope you do, because it is your home after all. But do you ever stand back and truly look at your entire home and think about how it all comes together cohesively? That's what I do. And I find that sometimes homes feel a little bit disjointed. It might have a great kitchen, but the bathroom might warrant a little love. And as for the spare bedroom, well, the less said about that, the better. This is where the killer help called colour comes in. So we work on the 60-30, 10% rule to help getting houses sold. We agree a neutral baseline for a property and then add an accent colour in, let's say green for argument's sake. We use this as a sort of approximate 30% through the house, and this will be added via soft furnishings, art, ornaments and the occasional feature piece of furniture that we'll bring in. And then we add a 10% kind of pop of colour that really makes the property memorable in the viewer's mind. So beige might not sell, but with smartly added accents, it can make a property really memorable. Dreamspace Staging are here to help you spin the colour wheel and get your properties under offer. Today, I am looking for an introduction to anyone looking to rent out an office and storage space. I'm thinking a container on a farm, nothing too flash, but somewhere I'm not competing for space or pens with 5 kids. Thank you very much. That's Lucy from Dreamspace.
Great timing there, Sean. Michael, please.
Morning, everyone. Mike Corner, FC Painters. I've had a little bit of a testing week this week, obviously with the weather outside. We've got it's our busiest time of the year with external work. So Tuesday was a bit of a trying day for me, having a ring round for all my customers, trying to sort out internal work for everyone. So this week we are looking for internal work, whether it be big jobs, small jobs, offices, full house redecks. The reason how we can help, we can give great advice. We've got the team of decorators, so we can turn some of the big jobs around for you quick. You know, we have got hundreds of online photos, so you can check out all our previous work. We've got 50 5-star reviews. We're getting close to 60 now, which I'm very proud of. You know, we've got a team of decorators, like you said, so we can do the bigger jobs for you and take the stress out of decorating. That's my corner, MC Painters. Thank you.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. Neil?
Good morning. Neil Cole from Conversion Update. Did you know that our brain tries to predict what's about to happen and what we're going to see next? So it actually suppresses information in our field of vision, which is a problem for websites because we see what we expect to see. So that's why we recruit people when we're going to evaluate a website who may never have seen the website before. And we ask them to look at your website, to complete some tasks, and also give feedback, as well as look at a competitor website. So we did this with a client last week. I conducted some interviews online, and we identified over 50 defects, usability issues, and problems with the design of the website. And so I'm looking for introductions to other companies that are looking to improve their user experience on the website and improve their conversion rates, because this company has an appalling conversion rate, particularly on mobile. And also, we're now working with the Press Association, so I'm looking for introductions to media companies such as Chester Chronicle and Wrexham Leader. Thank you.
Thank you, Neil. Ollie, please.
There once was a man, the unluckiest chap, whose house was a magnet for every mishap. One year it caught fire, a blazing hot scene. Next year, water damage with pipes unforeseen. Then came a flood with water so high, his furniture floated, his spirits sank dry. A car crashed right through in a wild, reckless ride, causing impact damage with debris inside. A storm then decided to tear through his place, leaving chaos and damage all over the space. And then when he thought, what more could there be? A robber broke in, causing criminal spree. But each time disaster knocked on his door, Concept Claim Solutions would help to restore. They'd fight with insurers, bringing tradesmen around to fix every problem, make his house sound. Though unlucky he was year after year, he knew he had help and thus had no fear. For each time he'd call with a bit of a grin, Concept Claim Solutions would always step in.
You've definitely missed your call in, Ollie. Paul, please.
Adrian Hyde had a meeting with him on a Zoom call the other day. He's the driver management services. He deals with people who've got a couple of vehicles. He helps the drivers, fleets of cars and vans, and owners and managers of businesses that have vans and cars. And that's what I want. People who've got fleet vehicles. So think about HGVs, logistic companies, freight companies, concrete mixing companies. People who've got vans, tradesmen, tree surgeons, gardeners, electrical contractors, painting and decorating companies, heating and plumbing companies, and people who've got cars, sales teams, taxi companies, couriers. I will offer them a free review of their current cover, absolutely free. I don't charge for my services. I get paid a commission by the insurers when I actually do any business. If I don't do any business, I don't get paid. That's fine. Brown & Brown, who I would deal with, have some exclusive rates for cars and fleets, which have been better than I've ever had in my life, with other brokers, and that makes their policies pretty exclusive. It is free, as I said. I don't charge a fee, and I want more people like Adrian Hyde who are dealing with these people I want to deal with, and I will help him because I can insure the people he deals with for free.
Thank you, Paul. Raymond, please.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Ray Jones, a multi-award-winning commercial photographer specialising in food, people, products and interiors. Consumers are 60% more likely to consider or contact a business that has an image showing up in the search engine results. I'm not looking for leads in my business, I'm looking for referrals. I'm looking for businesses who have spoken about a need for a photographer. Please do mention me. That's Raymond Jones Images, images that stop the scroll and create more business. Thank you.
Thank you, Ray. Richard, next, please.
Morning all, Richard from Hadley Edwards Wealth Management. We look after people's pensions and investments. Had a client a couple of weeks ago who said, look, we're selling a couple of properties, I'm going to have £1 million sat in the bank, and I need some advice what to do with it. It's a nice problem to have, but a problem nonetheless, because at the moment his inheritance tax bill is about £840,000 if he passed away. So that is him, if he passes away, giving £840,000 to HMRC for absolutely no reason, because we can get rid of that inheritance tax liability. However, he also wants to generate as much income off that £1 million as possible. So there's a couple of routes that we can go down. I'm going back to him with kind of a plan A and a plan B. One, to generate as much income as tax efficiently as possible, which is roughly about £80,000 to £90,000 a year. Or another option, plan B, to reduce his inheritance tax bill by at least £400,000 and to generate him about £60,000 a year tax free. So those are the two options that he's got to choose from, and he's just going to tell me which route that he wants to go down. But that is the type of advice that we provide. So the types of people that I'm hoping to speak to are maybe people that are in their 60s, 70s, have done well in their lives and might know that they've got an inheritance tax liability, might not know that they've got one, and having some advice to make sure that they are set up in the most appropriate way would be helpful. I think you've been lenient there, Sean. Cheers.
Thank you very much. It's been lenient all morning.
I was very interested.
He's using a calendar for timing, guys.
Sean, please.
No, Ray's actually given loads of other bit extra time.
She's just taken.
Cold breakfast is overrated anyway. Underrated.
Morning team. I've been a utility warehouse partner for 16 years. That's 16 years helping people like you and me, who people you care about as well. And you know how busy people's lives are today, and I help them to simplify their lives. Instead of 4 or 5 utility bills coming in at different times during the month, UW put all those bills on one simple discounted bill, easy to read and easy to understand. You can even get unlimited cash back off that bill. Pounds off, just like Jonah Hill. So, one customer service centre, one number to call, one app, and there's only one Sure and Gosh. Or not. Look at you, to look after the people that you know. So who do you know would like a lovely chat over a coffee or online to see how much they would save? I'm still looking for your mortgage broker. Hopefully you'll be joining us Nick, which would be great. I'd also like an intro to JCB, Wrexham, specifically Craig Weeks. He's the Director of Operations. Why do I want to speak to Craig Weeks, the JCB? I would like to present to their staff, or be a speaker at one of their events. I want to do more speaking. Loud voice, like you know, that's me. Shoreham Utility Warehouse, a match made in heaven since 2007.
Beautiful. Stephen, please.
Morning everybody, Stephen House from Household Plumbing. I had a decent weekend this week. I'm not travelling more than an hour away from my house, which has been brilliant for me. I thought I'd finish the job tomorrow and have a long weekend with being bank holiday. That changed yesterday. Bathroom was doing, the woman decided she was buying her own bathroom, like cupboard thing for the sink. She bought it, it was massive. I put it there, she comes in and goes, it's a bit big, didn't think it was that big. Can we stick it on that wall instead? Yeah, well, I'll just take all your skating boards off and fit it. Cut a hole in the plasterboard, take your pipes off, cut a hole in the plasterboard over there, put your pipes in, take your floor, feed in your drains, and then patch it all up for you. Oh, thanks. So that's what I'm doing Monday.
Tony, please.
Good morning, everyone. Tony Wendyte and Blinds. I just want to pick up with what John said earlier about Perfect Fit and also what Sean mentioned about trends. Okay, I'd like to talk to you about one of the latest trends in the blinds and shutter systems. This is a new system that's just recently come out. This is one of the shutters that we've just installed in one of the properties that we were fortunate to ask to go out and quote to. Very easy unit. There are two types of shutters. There's plantation shutters and perfect fit shutters. Okay, this is a perfect fit shutter. It's very, very easy to install. It attaches to your window. There's only 4 clips that get attached to your window, and basically you literally put your clips in, you slot it into the holes, you pop it in place, and it's there. It's easy to control, easy to remove, easy to clean. It's a nice little compact unit, and I think the good thing about this in particular is it's still exactly the same as a plantation shutter, but about something like about a third of the price difference. Okay. The other good thing is as well is you can actually take these away with you. So if you move house or something and you don't want to leave it in the house, then you could take it with you if you wish to.
Okay, so moving on from that, along from there, I say they're very easy to clean, and as I say, if you're thinking blinds, think Tony Wynn. It's a win-win situation. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. And Pet, I believe you're doing Zoe's. Where's your bit of an
This week, Zoe's looking to connect with business owners that have life-changing events happening to them. These events could be getting married, having children, getting divorced, or even losing a spouse. The reason for this is that these events can make a significant impact, not only on the running of their business, but also the tax implications can be significant. For example, a client of hers has recently got divorced. Because he owns a large company of assets in his own right, rather than jointly, his inheritance tax liability will be costly. A second example may be that limited company business owners who they recently got married may want to gift some shares to their spouse and reduce their overall tax liability. I'm looking to make connections with Mr. Jeremy Laithwaite from DFAB Limited. They're based in Deeside Industrial Estate, and she would like to chat to them to see why he's using his local accountant and offering to help him file his accounts each year and earlier than the statutory deadlines. So that's Zoe Davenport, Henry R. Davis and Co.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. If we come on to our subs next, let's kick off with Harry.
Yeah.
Your 60 seconds.
So, good morning everyone. For those of you who don't already know me, I'm Harry.
Not Jack.
No, not Jack. And I help golfers transform their game to a worldwide scale. I provide 3 different types of golf coaching, being junior, adults and online coaching. And a recent client of mine has added a testimonial stating lessons through Skillis with me have been a great experience. And this client has just completed his 9th lesson with me on the platform and enjoys looking back at the progress that he's made. And this is just one of 200 5-star ratings I currently have on the online coaching app via Skillis. This week I'd like to focus on online coaching. Very soon I'm going to be selling my first online course to help golfers improve their games, as well as building a membership site in the near future. With the majority of my subscribers on YouTube being from the United States, I'd like a warmed-up introduction to Claudia Lowry, who was a franchise owner of BNI in North and South Peninsula. Thank you.
What was the name?
Claudia Lowry.
Claudia Lowry. Okay. Julia, please.
Hi everyone, Julia here from Handy Pay, and I love my job. I help businesses through the maze of merchant services. It's what I do best. Before the end of May, I hope to do that for 7 more businesses, from MOT centres, a garage, IT company, pet food store to restaurants. All of them are going to benefit from a 30-day rolling contract, smart, updated terminal, and more suited to their needs, and me as account manager. So introduce me to your local business owners, and I'll make sure they understand where they can save and how they can improve the way they take payments by card. I would relish an introduction to owners of pubs, Stephen Yates being one, or any others you may know of, as average savings are between 30 and 40%, reducing costs when all around them business owners are having to pay more. So Stephen Yates, or an owner of a business you know, a few minutes with me and they could be saving thousands. What's not to love? That's Julia from Handy Pay, with 15 years experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Julia. Pet, next, please.
Hi, I'm Pet. My company's called Planning Angel. I'm a chartered town planning consultant. So I prepare, submit and manage planning applications on behalf of my clients. I draw on my 30 plus years of experience having worked in local government and in the private sector. I can't guarantee my clients a planning permission, but all I can guarantee is I will give them the most robust planning statement to support any plans that any architects that I work alongside draw up for them. So I'm looking for introductions to architects because they are my sweet spot. I complement them. I don't compete against them, I complement them. So I can either provide an independent standalone planning statement for them, or I can act as an agent and submit the whole planning application and deal with the whole pain of dealing with the council for them. So yes, independent and one-man band architects would be ideal if you could refer those to me. Thank you.
Thank you. And Tom, would you like to do your 60 seconds next?
Hi everyone, I'm Tom. I'm looking forward to joining you all properly next week. We get a badge and a thing. If you know anyone who needs any sort of design work, I kind of specialise more in sort of music and entertainment industry. Anyone who owns music venue, theatre, cinema, any sort of stuff like that. And yeah, about it really. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tom. Nick.
Hi, I'm Nick Skidmore. I'm a mortgage advisor. I like to think I help take the stress out of the mortgage process. So whether it's buy-to-let, residential, debt consolidation, raising money for home improvements, first-time buyers, CIS contractors and company directors, we can help. We have over 90 different lenders that we have access to. Even the trickiest cases with credit issues, we can find a lender for. And we don't just apply for the mortgage, we help them start right to the end, whether it's chasing solicitors, chasing surveyors, been chasing down to timber report a lot this week, which has been interesting. But what I'd like is an introduction to an independent estate agent, possible.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. That's all our visitors and subs. Before we come on to our guest this morning, there are quite a few specific requests, so I just want to check who was listening. I'm going to do the guests in a second. I just said that. You obviously weren't listening.
That's all our visitors and subs. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess members and subs. Did I say visitors? That was all on members and subs. Visitors, don't worry, I'm coming to you in 2 seconds. See how we vet and audit each other. It's great, isn't it?
It's accountability, Kieran.
It's accountability. It's accountability. Okay, who was listening? Who did John ask for? And where do they work? Kate Dawson works at
Chester.
Perfect. Who did Darren want instruction to?
Daniel Priestley.
Daniel Priestley. And then finally, Sean wants to speak to somebody.
JCB Wrexham, Craig Weeks.
Craig Weeks. Awesome. Glad you're all paying attention. Okay, so on to our visitors and guests this morning. It's your opportunity now to share with us, because I hadn't forgotten, about your business, who you are, what you do, and the type of business you're looking for and how we could possibly help you. It is a time slot. It's 60 seconds. Sean seems to be giving you about 8 minutes this morning. We do want to finish on time, but yeah, about 60 seconds on who you are and what you do. In no particular order, let's kick off with Andrew, please.
Okay. I'm Andrew White from Key Engineering and Hygiene Supplies. I know lots of FM managers, so if anybody wants to give me their card and what they want to do, I will be quite happy to put you in touch. We do everything from hygiene, so from toilets through to nuclear suits. We do corporate workwear, we do our own branding. We have over 1,200 schools and education facilities on our books. That's schools, primary schools, secondaries, sixth forms and universities. We also do lots of blue chip clients. You may have been on some of their roller coasters if you've ever been to the seaside. We have many transport companies with great sea fleets. So the last fleet, or the company I'm going to now has, I think they've got 83 wagons. So, just a small little company. Well, very well to do that day. So if you want anything from, as I say, toilet rolls, corporate workwear, anything branded, tradesman trousers, anything like that, we do it all in-house. We're a small little family firm and we cover the whole of the Northwest and it's a big sector.
Cool. Spot on.
Very good.
Beautiful. Thank you very much.
Alec Ferguson, aren't you?
Spot on. Andrea, next please, from V4B.
Hi, I'm Andrea Lyons from V4B Business Finance. We're based in Wrexham on the industrial estate, but we deal with companies right across the UK. We deal a lot in the profession sector, so doctors, dentists, architects, solicitors, barristers. We get a lot of referral from their clients as well. We also deal in the SME sector, and we can do vehicles, equipment, business loans. We do a lot of partner buy-ins, partner buyouts, practice acquisition, that type of thing. So I'm based in Wrexham, but we deal with companies all across the UK. But it'd be nice to do more business locally with people that we know and you can recommend. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Andrea. Mark Lowe, please, from Emily.
Thanks, Darren, for the invite today. I run a oven and carpet cleaning business based in Ellesmere Port, and we cover about a 50-kilometre radius around the northwest of England. It's more residential than commercial, so I'm looking for introductions into the commercial sector. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, Mark. And then finally, we come on to Marion from Choice Workwear.
Morning everyone, I'm Marion from Choice Workwear. We help clients grow their business through branded workwear uniform, whether it be embroidered or vinyl printed. We're local to the Chester area, we're based in North Wales. We offer no minimum order run on the embroidery that's all done in-house. We've got an 8-head embroidery machine. Target customers that I'd be interested in is tradespeople, plumbers, decorators, electricians, and if anyone's got a contact with Bowie's in Wardle, that'd be good. Thanks very much, Marion Choice Workwear, and thank you, Darren, for the invite.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, everybody. And some great 60 seconds there from our visitors and our members. Yeah. No. There's some great 90 seconds. Yes, thanks for the timing there, Sean. Now we all know what everybody's looking for this week, if we can keep that at the forefront of our mind. And as I mentioned earlier, when you're going about your business, can you promote services a little bit more to help make an introduction or create those opportunities and introductions to those specific people. To our guests, thank you very much for sharing who you are and what you do and how we could possibly help you. As you've seen or probably gathered, we are a membership organisation. There's no hard sell from us here, but we will have a chat with you later on about whether you think this might be a viable way to help you grow your business going forwards. I'm going to hand over now to Darren for our VP report, please.
Yep, as mentioned earlier on, we do track what members do because it isn't about coming here and having passable coffee and passing out business cards. It is about the work that we get. That's why we do it. So I've got some stats to read out. We have currently had 3 Chester BNI meetings already this month, not including today. So today's figures and next week's figures are still to add for the month. And already in the first 3 weeks, we have passed 41 warmed up business referrals between our members. Our members have had 66 one-to-one meetings. We've recorded 82 hours of training, delivered 9 testimonials for other members, and we've welcomed 15 visitors into the room. The important bit, our members have passed a total of £81,211 in invoice business in the first 3 weeks of May. Now remember, we announce our network leaders for May during the first meeting in June. So with this week's figures still to add and next week's figures still to add, the members currently leading the way, so these are the guys that are going to be our network leaders, unless other people catch them up. For visitor inviting, it's me, with 8 visitors already, not including today. Closely followed, well not closely anymore, by Shoran with 5 visitors. The one-to-one battle is anybody's. Tony leads the way with 9 one-to-one meetings, closely followed by Shoran and Neil, tied on 7 each. Training isn't so close, Tony, as you've logged 29 hours. Crikey, man. Followed by Neil on 15 hours and Gail on 11 hours. Thank Business, which is referrals passed to other members that have led to invoice business. This isn't close. Michael leads the way with £37,001. Where'd the £1 come from? Oh, sorry, there we go. £37,001 he has been thanked in the first 3 weeks of this month. Not closely followed by Paul Murray on £11,016.
Should have been 17 to give him £1.
Ah, okay. Well, I'll flip it back the other day. Finally, we look at referrals, and it's neck and neck. Currently, both myself and Shoran are tied on 5 each, and Tony and Neil tied on 4 each. There is 1 week still to go. After today, who will be our network leaders in May? It's up to you to catch them. Thank you.
It's like a game show, isn't it?
It is like a game show. It's almost like it's gamification.
Brilliant. Richard, is this working? Yes, I'm passing over to you to introduce our speaker rota and this week's feature presentation.
Absolutely. So this week's speaker is Darren. Darren runs Engage Web, digital marketing business. Your spouse is Leanne, I'm assuming still, yes? Years in business, 15?
Yes, 15 as of last month.
Fantastic. Pets and hobbies, football, wine and beer, Transformers, plastic robots to change into cars and planes, and Lego. Anyone?
Yeah, too many to mention. You don't need to hear about all that.
So your burning desire is to watch a faithful live production of The Frogs, a Greek comedy by Aristophanes.
Do you want to try that one again?
Yeah, go on, after you.
Aristophanes.
There you go. Drive across the USA on Route 66, attend the World Cup final, and break into the top 10 members for BNI UK and Ireland. Something nobody knows about me. Darren, over to you.
One thing I've mentioned before is I once confessed to a crime I didn't commit to protect a girlfriend of mine at the time who had committed it.
There you go. Get a one-to-one with him to find out what on earth that was. And your key to success is surround yourself with people, with the people who can do things that you cannot, and hire people who are better than you.
Yes.
That's what my girlfriend did.
Thank you. So thank you all for being here. I'm glad you all came. This is our office of Engage Web. When people think of me as being a web designer, sometimes you think it's a one-man band. I'm sat in a bedroom and I'm typing away at a laptop. I have designed one website in the last 5 years, and that was reluctantly done. This is our office. We're on Rossmore Business Village. Right round the sort of Mark's office is just over there. You can't quite see it out of shot. So there's a number of businesses there. Some of you have been, come along and visit us if you'd like to. We have, the top floor is all team members. There's 12 of us in there now. We are currently recruiting, interviewing all this week for a content editor, and we'll be hiring one of those next week. And then the bottom floor is currently a meeting room and a training room, which we use to put on workshops to teach people how to do their own social media and their own digital marketing. This is, here we go, it's not the fastest, foiled by technology. This is our team. This guy might look like he's a tile from a Guess Who game, but he's not. His name's James. He is our support guy. I mentioned him during my 60 seconds last week. His sole job, he's not a web designer, he's not a content editor, he's not a sales guy. His job is to update people's websites, to update your websites, to update our clients' websites. So the most common criticism I hear about web designers is I can't get hold of my web designer, I can't get any changes done on our website. With Engage Web, we've got one guy whose sole job it is to update websites. So you never have to wait. These are the three guys I want to focus on today. We've got Nick Arkell, who is affectionately called H. Arkell because he says things inappropriate in the office. We have Adam and we have Gabor. They are our web designers. They are the guys that build the websites that we do for our clients. Not me, because I try to get away with it whenever I can. So what I'm going to do is go through a couple of sites that we have designed in the last 12 months or so. Now, they're all animated videos on here. This is videos, recordings of the websites themselves. You may notice a slight bit of flicker on them. They are smoother than that in person. That's because it is recorded from a screen recording. This is, what would you call this? He's a LinkedIn coach. Teaches people how to get business via LinkedIn and how to improve their online profile. He wanted a website that reflected his image. That is all animated on the fly on the website. So if you were to scroll back up, he flies back up into the air and then drops back down and splashes once again. That's not video. That's done with graphics and animation, so it loads really quickly. It also works, and it's important to say, all of these websites work exactly the same way on a smartphone as they do on a desktop. So all the cool features that you see work. We also have some not so interesting, shall we say, subjects. I'm not saying that accountants are boring. If Zoe was here, I would say that anyway. This is Zoe's website, Henry R. Davis. It's done in an illustrative way to reflect the fact that accountants are not all stuffy. They're not all dull. They're not all speak in a sort of a monotone voice like that. They are quite funky and interesting, as I'm sure many of you have been to Zoe's offices, and you know this as well. So this reflects the nature of Zoe's business. This one's a weird one. That is all animated on the fly on the website, and it does that on a mobile as well. You'll notice the towers erect As you scroll down, does that on the mobile as well, reflecting bouncy castle. So the whole website is alive and bouncing. And that website has all of the castles listed from its former BNI member, Phil Littler. If you remember Phil? All of those castles are listed so that you can go on there and you can book the castle that you want for the availability that you want it. If it's not available, it won't be there. Because previously, Phil was having to get emails on his phone, he was having to get Facebook messages, and then he was calling people up and securing the bookings. It all goes now straight into a calendar, saving Phil hours and hours messing about having to secure people's bookings. The website does it all for him. We do have some straight-laced clients as well. Solicitor, Blaine Boland. This is a more conventional, less animated-y type website. I don't really know what to say about that one. I didn't build any of these, so I don't really know what they are. So what can I say? This is a solicitor's website. It's more corporate, more straight, no bouncy, flashy, animated things. Because not everybody wants that. Not every client wants something funky. So I'm showing you something that is a bit more simplistic. Fostering. Yes, we also work in the fostering industry. Who knew there was such a thing? Beacon Fostering, this is a friendly-looking, child-friendly, happy website with lots of colour, lots of space, lots of bright, bold imagery to reflect that it's something that's important for kids, it's important for parenting, it's important to have the right approach for the website. There's nothing dull and stuffy on this one whatsoever. Speaking of dull and stuffy, this is absolutely not. That again is animated on the fly. If you were to scroll down and scroll back up again, it does exactly the same thing again. Notice this rabbit down here is slightly moving. His ears are slightly twitching. That's a hidden link. Somebody clicks on that, they get little secrets on how to improve their email marketing, which I think is quite cool. You like the little rabbit? The little funky rabbit. So yeah, this client had a very specific idea. He wanted this big flashy, magical style coming in and thought, how can we actually do that? And amazingly, Gabor did manage to animate the whole thing. And you can even press the button to make that happen again. This is the website I did build. Oh, sorry, I designed. I didn't build it. I half did it, I designed it, and then I passed it off to Gabor to build it. This was for my son. This is for Robbie, who builds on Minecraft. Whole encapsulated worlds for you to download and install on Minecraft. And I was told that I had to design this because it was being done for my son, even though I didn't want to. So the whole top of the website features video fly-throughs of the builds that he has done. And if we can scroll down to the bottom, hurry up on my video screen recording, you can see there's an animated Minecraft character. Keep going down, quickly, quickly. There he is, walking back and forth at the bottom. That's Steve, I believe, the character in Minecraft. And that, again, is all animated on the fly as he goes back and forth. I came up with the idea for this and then let Gab have to build it, because I thought, I'm not doing it. I'm going to get somebody better than me to actually implement it. We do quite corporate-y websites as well. This is for TEDx Northwich. We built their website earlier this year. Was it last? I don't even know when it was. Earlier this year, I think. They have to have a website. Every TEDx franchise, establishment within the UK has to have a separate website so they can promote their speakers and promote their events. And they all have extremely strict guidelines on what you can and cannot do with the brand, so we were very limited on what we can do. But luckily with TEDx, they have phenomenal photography of the speakers. So this is one of those websites that is led by photography. So it's the kind of thing that when you work with Ray, makes it very easy, because the photography can make or break a website. IT companies don't have to be dull. This is a superhero IT company. That's the actual owners of it. They wanted caricatures of themselves as superheroes. And why not? I quite like the idea myself. Superhero landing. The whole thing is animated again. As you scroll down, lots of cool stuff happens and moves. Very exciting. Another IT company. Because IT companies, as I said, don't have to be boring. And this one, that's the owners again. And that's your average IT client there, happy with their IT. But as we scroll down, we will see what happens when an IT client is not happy with their IT. Come on, scroll down. I should have done these scrolls quicker. Scroll down. There he is. Look at that. And there's actually smoke coming out of his computer. You don't want that kind of thing. Here's a business you probably... No, actually, no, this is a different one. Merseyside Movers. They have fleets of vehicles based in Liverpool, and they move people from Liverpool all over the UK. Their previous website was very, very text heavy, not very graphical, not very engaging, not very exciting. We did this for them so that the whole thing animates with a parallax scrolling top, for those of you that are into your animation. We have carpet cleaning, straightforward website, nothing exciting about carpet cleaning. We have house buying website. I'm going to move on from that because I've actually recorded audio on there with an animated clock that all the houses turn to sold as you go past. We have mortgage broker. We have gym. For those of you that like the gym, Mark, I know you love a gym, Elysium Health and Fitness, built with video. We have another accountant's website. We do not do boring accountants, but we do a hell of a lot for accountants. We've got loads of accountants all over the UK. And my favourite website, watch the tree now. Watch the tree as we scroll. Go on. Whoa, look at that. The tree grows as you scroll. That is so exciting. You can do that on your phone. Just flick up and down, flick up and down. That's Core Social's website. As mentioned, we also run workshops. So we train people in how to do digital marketing. Our next one is on 4th of June. It's £127 plus VAT for those of you that would like to learn how to do your own digital marketing. And those are the things to listen out for. We have no time for questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Darren. Obviously, a few minutes there showcasing the sort of stuff that Darren's team do on a daily basis, so pretty impressive stuff, I think. So if we can keep our eyes and ears open, and if you want to know more about instructions Darren's looking for, got a one-to-one penciled in. I may have blanked out for 20 seconds or so. Richard, did you go through the speaker voter?
No, that's the next one. So next week, it's sweet this, isn't it?
Chaos, it's chaos.
Next week, 30th of May, Neil, it's your 10 minutes. 6th of June, it's Gail. 13th of June, Paul. 20th of June is Sean. 27th of June, Mike. And 4th of July, David Tilston.
Perfect. Thank you very much, and I'm going to hand over to you, Darren, to the contribution section.
The contribution section. Whoa, yes. Right, this is the reason we come. This is the most exciting part of the meeting. This is where we find out what we've done to help other members during the course of the week. And for those of you members from other BNI groups that see contribution sections in your own room, you will see this is done very differently here. So, may I borrow this trophy off you? And hope you never get it again with your lapse timing.
The plan's working.
The plan is... I knew it. So can I ask, any members that had a one-to-one and recorded it on the app, Sean, could you please stand? It's including other members from other chapters as well. Fantastic. So if you look around the room, every one of these people has had a one-to-one with another member, at least one one-to-one in the last week. Tony, you were ahead on one-to-ones, and Neil was level with you. So I think Tony's taking the lead here, Neil. There's some work to do. So, Brian, who have you had a one-to-one with this week?
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus? How did you manage that?
I've had one-to-one with John, I've had one with Claire, and I've had one with Tony.
3 one-to-ones?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So you've managed to help them learn how to give you better referrals, and they've done the same for you. That's the important thing in BNI. If you don't have the one-to-ones, you're not going to get the referrals, because it is all about the one-to-ones between the meetings. It's not about what happens here. Thank you, guys. You may sit down. Next point. Who has recorded, who has been to live training, been to online training, or listened to some BNI podcasts, and recorded it on the app since we last saw you? Please. I knew Tony would have done. Of course he would. I'm not going to ask you because you're a training machine. I'm going to ask Paul.
Yes.
What training have you been to in the last week, and what did you pick up that will help you in BNI?
I went on advanced visitors training on Monday morning, started the week on a high from 9:30 till 11:30, 2 hours. And I'm not sure, I've picked up loads of stuff that I've heard before, but it reinforced in my mind. So.
That's true, isn't it? Because you might already know something, but by hearing it again, it does remind you and keeps you in the habits of doing something that's going to help you within your business. Yeah, thank you. You may sit down. Fantastic. Now, I would ask people to stand who's invited visitors for today, but it's me. So we can skip over that, But thank you guys for coming along today. Thank you very much. Now, Thank Business. Who has recorded Thank Business and logged it on the app since we last saw you? You're not sure there, Mike? You're not sure? No? Okay. Tony, can you tell us what you've logged? Or is it confidential?
Yeah, confidential. No, I've just logged Richard's actually. I went and fitted some Velux blinds yesterday. And yeah, they were pretty cool.
Yeah. Fantastic. Excellent. Thank you. Mike?
Yeah, I just thanked Cross Chapter. Thank you to Chris Hugh from, is it Waterways?
Waterways, yep.
Passed us, passed the referral to us.
Yep. Fantastic. So we can have referrals going between other groups as well. It's not just about what happens in this room. And Shoran.
Yeah, thank you to John Golding for 6 months of utility bills, nearly 2,000.
Wow. Thank you very much, Shoran. And do we have any members today who have testimonials to read out? We have Neil. Is it just Neil? It's just Neil. Neil, would you like to read out your testimonial and tell us who it's for?
Some point, but yeah, testimony Paul Murray here, my insurance guy, and Laura Roberts at JB Brokers Limited. So I'm extremely pleased with the service I received from Paul and Laura at JB Brokers. Paul referred me to Laura, who helped me arrange professional indemnity insurance, which is quite costly, particularly when you have clients mainly outside the UK. And so it was quite a complex case. They don't tend to like companies that have clients in the US because they have a tendency to sue if things go wrong. But despite that, I got a very competitive rate of £450, which is significantly lower than my previous broker quoted me. So thank you, Paul.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much. And do you have a card as well for the cup?
Yes.
Here we go. No one's ever ready for these. No one's ever ready. Thank you very much, Neil. Thank you. And then the final thing is then could I ask any members who've passed referrals to other members in the last week and recorded it on the app, please stand. Okay. I'll start with mine, because I've done some here. I've passed a referral to Gabe, who's not here today, because one of our clients wants to record their own events, their own training events, and I know Gabe has done that because I've referred it before. He's very good at it. That way you can do an event once, record it, and reuse it online to sell it again and again. I've passed a referral to Ray Jones. Where's Ray? There's Ray. For photography, for a business that's opening in Chester. And the same business I've referred to Steve Wall from Wall Signs in one of the other chapters, because they want a really funky sign outside their offices when they open, and Steve's done that for us. So I won't put cards in here because it's my door prize today, and I don't want to win that crap back. So, Kieran.
I've passed 2 referrals to Stephen. We've got faulty toilets and random leaks peeling underneath the floor.
These aren't your toilets, are they? This is in tenanted property. Yeah, I was going to say. Okay, good. Okay, thank you. Sean, I dread to ask.
Stephen came round and gave us a good plunging.
Is that your card?
No, is that how it's
No.
explained? It's Ollie's card.
No, that's not how it works.
And he's that good, he's got a referral to go around to the centre on that.
He's going to go plunge your mother. Thank you, Sean. Thank you for keeping it clean.
I will give him a good testimonial.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. Shoran.
Yeah, 3 referrals, one to Neil, to a website company that I know who behind the website. So sending you there. Same company to Ray, photography, and one to you, because I'm booked on your course.
You are indeed. Fantastic. And do you have cards on you, Shoran? You do? Thank you very much. Yep, 3 in there. Oh, I see the way you're strategically putting those. Okay, thank you. Richard?
I passed a referral to Dave. It was the builder that's going to be doing my extension. Hopefully you can get work from him and vice versa. And I'm going to also try and get Stephen in touch with him as well.
Oh, fantastic. Have you got a card, Richard?
I've got Ollie's.
You're not going to win then, are you?
They're all in the packs.
Yeah. Neil?
Yes, well, the user research I was talking about earlier, where we did over 50 defects and usability issues, allow me to generate a report itself.
Yeah,
Darren, and also for Ray, because the photographers, their photos are rubbish.
They were.
Partly because their clients send them the photos after they've installed this stuff. So not probably ideal in terms of lighting.
No.
And thirdly, my biggest client suggested that I go to Malta to meet them. So I've given Emma a referral for a business trip to Malta.
Business trip?
Yes.
Excellent.
Tax efficient.
Tax efficient. Thank you very much, Neil. Would you like to pop 3 cards in there? You see that, Sean? He's putting his own cards in.
Good man.
Brian.
Well, yeah. John, referral from the other business. We need a new fitter. And one for Tony, where the bathroom just completed, there's a blank going in. No card going in.
No card going in. That restricts your chances of winning.
I've seen the crap you give away.
That's true. Fair. Gabby.
3 this week, 1 for Ray, who is doing some photographs for me at a property on Tuesday, 1 for Claire, who is helping me with my admin because I'm just snowed under, and thirdly, I met with some HMO landlords yesterday who are developing a property and they would like to speak to Dave about putting batteries and harnessing power from batteries, all that funky green stuff.
Fantastic. You can put 3 in, not 3 referrals.
Nah, I can't bother to get them out of my bag, but everything will drop out, so...
The prize is crap anyway.
I'm like Mary Poppins.
You don't know what I'm giving away yet.
Well, he's told us.
It's one of them cameras. John.
After our one-to-one, I referred to Brian for a friend of ours who's looking to get their kitchen and bathroom done.
So after a one-to-one?
After a
So you had a one-to-one and it generated a referral?
Yeah.
It's funny that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everybody that hasn't had a one-to-one this week, take note. Thank you, John. Do you have a card? Yes, you do. Fantastic.
That one-to-one generated a referral both ways as well. So
Brilliant, which is how it should be, I've not missed anything out of the contribution section, have I? No, I haven't. So what comes now is the reason we're collecting cards, it's not some weird fetish. Don't worry about that. It's because the featured speaker each week provides what's called a door prize, which is a prize up to the value of £10, but not alcohol, that reflects their business and reminds you of what the business is. And then we randomly draw one of the people that's had a contribution this week to win the door prize. Hence, I didn't put any in myself, because I don't want to win my own crap back. So, can I ask somebody completely impartial? Marion. Could you draw a random card, please, for the winner of this awesome piece of tat?
It is. Sure.
It's Sure and Ghosh. It's Sure and Ghosh with his amazing strategy of splitting up the cards as he puts them in. So, Shoran, I have some digital marketing crap for you. It includes a digital marketing bag, and there is a number of bits of tat in here, which includes some T-shirts. It's large. I think that's probably okay.
I am large.
There is, fantastic. There's a perfectly nice notebook in there. There's a bottle opener for beer, and there's an Engage Web 15th anniversary pen in there as well. Thank you very much. Thank you. See, I told you it wasn't crap.
Okay, conscious of time, so I'm going to do these last bits quite quickly. Ray, can you do a quick referral?
Yeah, we need to look at referrals that we had 2 weeks ago. We had 16 referrals altogether. 9 of those were internal. Sharon, can you give me a number from 1 to 9?
9.
Tony, you gave a referral to Claire Wellstead.
Yes, it's been dealt with, and as far as I'm aware, she's contacted already. So
a number 1 to 9, accept.
6.
Stephen, you gave a referral to Brian Wright.
Yes. Yeah, for the both.
Cool, wonderful. Thank you. That's it.
Cool. Okay. So for our guests today, I'm sure you've seen why we all get up each week, why we bother to come along and visit this meeting. It's not, as I mentioned, it's not for the coffee. If you've tried it, you'll know. It's not to pass out business cards. It's because we all all try to get work for each other. There are lots of ways you can market your business. I'm sure you've seen lots of them before. You know, there's newspaper advertising, there's magazine advertising, you can do leafleting around the town, you can do digital marketing, you can hire a business development manager, you can do Facebook advertising, you can do Google ads. They're all quite expensive. But there's nothing that is more efficient in actually training 24 other business owners to be looking out for referrals for you each week in their time. It's the best way to leverage your time. So you spend 2 hours on a Thursday morning teaching other people how to find you work, and they spend countless hours looking for the referrals. That's why we do it. So I'm going to invite you in a moment to have a look at whether you would like to become a part of the group, whether you are interested and think that it's going to work for you. So you're going to speak to one of the members sat next to you and ask them any questions that you want. How does BNI work? What are the fees involved? What's the commitment? Anything you want to ask them, just ask them. But there's 2 pieces of advice I would give you, as I gave to Tom last week. If you are thinking that it might be right for you, you should tick the number 1 on the feedback form and apply today, because it doesn't cost you anything to apply today. You're not being asked to pay any money. It's not going to cost you a penny to apply today. The second reason to do it, as Tom and Nick did last week, if you apply today, nobody in your category can come next week and apply. Because we had 2 graphic designers last week. One of them had to leave before the end of the meeting. She asked me about coming back, but she couldn't, because Tom put in his application after the meeting. So if you are thinking about it, I'd implore you to do it today. Don't go away and think about it and do it afterwards, because somebody could come next week and then apply. Okay? So questions, ask the person sat next to you after the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Just to follow on from that, I'd like to ask quickly our visitors thoughts of the meeting today, what they like best. Question to yourself first, Ed?
So when he said it's quite a quirky bunch, I thought, well, I've been to a meeting before, and yeah. An eclectic mix of businesses and characters.
Eclectic mix of quirky characters.
It wasn't missold then?
It wasn't missold.
We will take that as a compliment. Andrea?
I've never been to all these before, so I wasn't sure what to expect, but it's nice to see lots of different businesses that are all local, so I'm sure that it could be valuable to our business.
Yeah, it's been really good. I've never done the BNI before. I'm used to networking and events, probably been doing it the past 12 months, but I found it really interesting, really structured, and yeah, really good. Thank you.
Yeah, just to reiterate what the lady said there, yeah, it's been an eye-opener for me. I didn't realise it was so structured. I thought it was just something you come to and throw a few business cards out and be on your way. So,
Awesome. Well, on behalf of the chapter, thank you very much for getting up and joining us. And if nothing else, hope you've enjoyed the hour and a half you spent with us. And if you've got any questions, make sure you get back to them before we leave today. Just to finally wrap up a few bits of admin. Training, Richard, have we got any training?
Yeah, so for any new member joining us, there is MSP training, which is Member Success Programme, and you've got to do the MSP training to be able to do your tentative speaker rotation. So there is one online today, the next one after that is the 4th of June, the next one after that is the 27th of June, and there is a referral skills workshop, again, online training on the 14th of June too.
Thank you. I did put out a provisional curry get-together next Friday on the 30th. I've only had a handful of names back, so I'll put another message in the chat. I'm unfortunately away, but I'm happy to organise it.
Oh, Tim's on the way as well.
Yeah. But I'll put it in the chat and we'll decide what happens going forwards. And then finally, Neil's our 10-minute speaker next week. So Neil would like, in the room, if possible, e-commerce, digital marketing agencies. Unfortunately, Darren's got that taken. But businesses with an online presence that are selling through their websites that need to make sure that the business is functioning and working and delivering. That we get any of your clients in the room, that'd be great for Neil. And finally, that's it. Let's wrap things up and get some breakfast. Thank you very much on behalf of Chapter.
Look at that. As soon as you said breakfast, that door opened. It's like you summoned breakfast.
Wow. He's still got the cup next week.
Oh yeah! Whoa! Just so Sean's not in charge of the bell again. Sean, can you quickly, next 60 seconds please?
Oh yeah.
Stephen for giving up his bank holiday weekend.
Oh, you've got to work with the poetry, mate.